So the first thing you're going to want to do if you have a leave out is go ahead and kind of either braid it or pin it or do something with it to get it out of the way so you're not running the risk of cutting your own hair when you're cutting out your sew-in. So I'm, like you see here, I'm braiding mine, just kind of getting it out of the way. It's going to probably unbraid, but just get it out of the way. And you may want to go ahead and, use a hair elastic to kind of get your weave out of the way also, or your hair extensions. Next, you're going to want to go right in front of your mirror there and take your razor. And as you see here, I kind of cut a little piece here just so you can kind of see where I get started. And if you look along the tracks, you'll see the actual thread where the hair was sewn in. And taking your razor and pulling up your track a little bit so you can actually pull to see where the thread is, you're just going to cut along the thread. And I mean, be careful. I would have to lie to you if I told you I've never kind of, cut a little piece of my own hair. That's happened before, but not a significant amount. And I definitely didn't do it this time because I was really careful. And just use that razor just to cut along those thread lines, and this is it. This is all you got to do is just keep cutting along the thread line with your razor and just go ahead and pull it on out. And there you go. There's one track removed. And you just want to keep going. I'm going to do one more for you here so you can see me. Again, I'm using the eyebrow razor that you can get at a beauty supply store. They sell them either $1, $2 for $1. I've seen before. Super inexpensive and easy to come across. And I am and literally once you get the first track off, it just gets easier and easier to just cut these out. And that's pretty much it to removing. Okay, hey Dimes, so we are back. So by the time you're done, and this is literally, like I said, maybe 10-15 minutes later, if that, you should have a whole bunch of weave taken out. And what you see here is I use a weave net because I find that with a weave net, my weaves last longer. I never have a loose track that's falling out, anything like that. So I highly recommend having a weave net put on over your braids when you're doing your install, because not only does it keep your weave lasts longer, but also it protects your own hair from like the friction of the tracks against your scalp. I used to have a problem with itching, when you'll see those girls patch your weave because it's itchy. That doesn't happen when you have a weave net, or at least that's the experience that I've had since using a weave net over your braids for your install. That aside, so this is pretty much it, and this is where this is the part that actually takes a little bit longer. Yeah, you take your weave net off, but then you've got to unbraid. And if your hair is shorter and relaxed, and it's easy and it's fast, but those of you that have seen my real hair video that I shot almost a year ago know that I have natural hair and it's pretty thick and I guess kind of long. So yeah, it's going to take me a minute to kind of take all that out. So, but I'll show you really quickly how I just take out the netting, which is a little bit more complicated, but not really. So check it out. So removing the netting really is the same process as removing the weave. You're going to go ahead the tracks. You're going to go ahead and use that razor again, pull the net up so you can see where it's been sewn in, and just cut along those thread lines. I'm sorry, we're a little bit cut out here. But yeah, that's the process. Cut along the thread lines, and that's how you remove the netting. So at this point, you've watched me take out the weave net, and at this point, all you have left are the braids to kind of just take out and unbraid as you know, at your leisure. And then after that, I'm gonna wash, condition,